Hey everyone! So I just competed in my first skating competition of the season in San Antonio and I managed to get third place. But here's the part you didn't see in my shorts. I had some pretty intense back pain in the lead up to the competition and had to completely change how I trained. And honestly, some of the things that really helped me get through that were not what I expected at all. Later in this video, I'll show you a full breakdown of my score from the competition and the one element I was really worried about. Before we talk about all that, quick disclaimer. Do not skate through pain unless you have your coach's clearance or a doctor's clearance. As adult skaters, we have more pain than the kiddos. The key is to knowing the difference between normal pain that comes with training and possibly overuse, and pain that could lead to a serious injury later on. To differentiate between the two, it's best to consult with your coach or with the doctor, and of course, always listen to your body. In my case, I chose to continue skating and to go to the competition, mainly because I knew where the pain was coming from. I was forcing my lutz and jumping with my back instead of using my legs. Because I knew what caused the pain, and because it wasn't impeding my daily life, I decided to go ahead and compete, but with some major adjustments. The first thing I did was actually pretty counterintuitive. I stopped skating. So I kept rehearsing my program, but I did a lot of off-ice run-throughs, arms-only run-throughs, and a lot of visualization. For the visualization, I would play my music and I would visualize or imagine skating the program all the way through with everything in it. Surprisingly, the visualization helped more than I expected it to. It kind of put me in a better mental space the day of the competition. The second thing I did was a lot more stretching. I already know as an adult that I'm not stretching enough. So with the injury, I decided to stretch way more than usual, especially my hip flexors and my lower back. The third and final thing I did was pain management. So the day of competition, Salonpas and Icy Hot were my best friends, and I actually used Tylenol on that day. But I didn't use it during my practice sessions because I wanted to make sure I could feel what my body was telling me and didn't push myself too far. So with all of that going on, how did competition day go? Honestly, it didn't go too bad at all. So honestly, every time I've competed, the first skate of the season is usually a hot mess. But this time, that didn't happen. It was actually pretty clean. The first jump came off so smooth. Ugh. Since the injury came from my lutz, I expected to get edge calls on both of my lutzes, but I actually only got it on one. On the takeoff, you can see that the edge is questionable and that I'm not going into the jump with enough speed. Happiest with, or that I was the most satisfied with, was my step sequence.
I only want, but not alone. My finest day is yet unknown. I broke my heart for every game to taste the sweet. I face the pain. I rise and fall.
Only some things that I want to improve. It was the first competition after all. Sit spin. I know I can do it better. I know I can get it lower. 3. The spin isn't stable enough for me to really sit down into it. So I recently saw Alvin Ailey perform. Amazing. And it helped me realize something about my skating. It's way too small. Everything needs to be bigger, especially that step sequence. And so that's what I'm going to be working on for the next competition. Given everything that I was up against with my injury, I'm very happy with the score that I got, even though it is a 2-point drop from my average last season. But that 2-point drop actually tells me something really important about my skating. Specific areas where I can improve. And if I can raise the scores on that or raise the GOE on that, I can get back to my 16 points or well over my 16 points for the next competition. The full program yet, mostly because I know it can be better and there are a few changes that I'd like to make to it before I show a full run through. In a few weeks, I'll be posting videos about the technical fixes I'm making and some of the artistic changes that I'll be implementing for the next competition. And later in the season, I promise I'll post the full program. Thanks for watching. And if you're an adult skater on your own competition journey, let me know in the comments what's the hardest part of the first competition of the season for you.